Here is a cautionary tale I learned many years ago, whilst visiting the Valley of the Kings in Egypt. The sun shone unforgivingly upon the valley below. And since the discovery of Tutankhamun's final resting place, 12 years previously, corporation-funded digs had waned. For dig after dig had revealed nothing new on the scale or grandeur of Howard Carter's celebrated discovery. However, finally, after months of excavating and with trembling hands, it was the leader of the expedition who had funded the dig, broke the last ancient seal at the entrance to the tomb. It took great strength and many hands to heave open that solid stone door. There was a release of stale, fetid air, and what sounded like a deep moan from the darkness within. Outside, a few seconds later, the sound of low thunder rumbled. Dark clouds began to form. They gathered ever stronger and seemed to spiral above the newly unearthed sepulchre. Meanwhile, with trepidation, the small team of explorers entered the burial chamber, and with lanterns held aloft, they gazed on the abundance of riches strewn around the central and ornate sarcophagus. In time, it was decided that the team leader would remain alone inside and begin to catalogue the treasures, whilst the rest would work outside, organizing the crew in preparation for the removal of the bounty. Left alone, he laughed to himself at all those people who claim him a fool to be digging so far west in the valley. His laughter grew louder as his hands went zealously from one piece of priceless treasures to the other. "Who's laughing now?" he cried aloud. And in that moment, from the now blackened sky, came an immense streak of lightning that struck exactly the top of the excavation. A blood-curdling scream came from within the dig site, and then all was as silent as the grave. Well, the others looked at each other in fear and gathered themselves, and then dashed down the carved steps and entered the tomb, where the impossible greeted them, for it was completely empty. Everything that had been there mere minutes before had simply vanished, including their leader. In the center of the room, caught by the light of their lamps and sparkling, was a small, decorative, scarab beetle charm, so tiny in that vast vacant space. The curious thing, though, is that when later they studied the painted hieroglyphics which still adorned the walls, one character stood out. For it was the depiction of a figure dressed not too dissimilar to their leader, his mouth wide, as if laughing maniacally or screaming.
Our new haunted treasure set contains 6 of Vincent's adventures inside each card potion bottle. Today you have heard the curse of the Pharaoh's tomb. We look forward to sharing with you more of the haunted treasures in future.